Hello and welcome to ASEAN in Focus. I'm Judith Timera delivering to you the latest news in and around the ASEAN region on today's headlines. Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Tekno Hun Sen on Wednesday celebrated the International Labor Day with some 3,700 garment workers in a factory in southern Kandal province. Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi visits Cambodia to strengthen bilateral ties. And the guidelines on the issuance of bonds in line with the standards of the Association of the Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, secured regulatory approval. Over 400,000 workers from the private sector have been regularized since President Rodrigo Duterte assumed office in 2016. Data from the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE, show that for the period 2016 to 2018, a total of 413,940 workers have been regularized. Of the figure, 291,612 benefited from the voluntary regularization and 122,328 were regularized through inspection. The DOLE issued Department Order Number 174 Series of 2017, which is the new implementing rules and regulations of Articles 106 to 109 of the Labor Code as amended. DO 174-17 is a product of comprehensive and inclusive area-wide consultation involving all sectors, such as informal, public, migrant, women, and youth. Based on the submitted report of the 16 DOLE regional offices, as of March 2019, a total of 4,717 registered contractors have valid registration, 3,271 of which were registered under DO 174 and 1,446 under DO 18-A. A total of 3,108 applicants in this year's Labor Day TNK Job Fair and Business Opportunities have been hired on the spot in 31 sites all over the country on Wednesday. This translates to 13.4% of the 23,169 qualified applicants, according to data from the Department of Labor and Employment. Meanwhile, the number of near-hire applicants is at 13,355 as of 6 p.m. Wednesday. The said applicants almost got hired on the spot, but they lack documentary documents and need further interviews. A total of 1,355 applicants have been referred for skills training at Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, or TESDA. On Wednesday, more than 1,500 employers participated in the annual affair with more than 200,000 local and overseas jobs in the Trabajo, Negosyo, Kabuhayan, or TNK, and Build Job and Business Caravan, with the theme is Pagpupugay sa Manggagawang Pilipino. The main site of the event was the Kingsborough International Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. Aside from the job fair, the Labor Day celebration was highlighted by the groundbreaking of the multi-million-worth overseas Filipino worker hospital. The medical facility will be financed by Overseas Workers Welfare Administration, or OWA, donors, and to be administered by the Department of Health. The property where it will stand is donated by the provincial government of Pampanga. In other news, Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Tekno Hun Sen on Wednesday celebrated the International Labor Day with some 3,700 garment workers in a factory in southern Kandal province. At the event, Hun Sen allowed workers to take selfies with him, and he also danced and had a solidarity lunch with them. The Prime Minister said, quote, "To celebrate the day, some choose to have solidarity lunches at factories, others opt to stay at home, and the others rally to demand this or that. This is the right that has been carried out in the country." In a separate event, approximately 2,000 people, mostly garment and footwear factory workers, gathered in March near the historic site of Wat Nom in Phnom Penh to demand better working conditions and higher wages. President of the Cambodian Labor Confederation said they urged the government to set the minimum wage of $250 per month for workers in the garment and footwear sector. The current minimum wage for workers is $182 per month. The garment and footwear sector, the kingdom's largest foreign exchange earner, is composed of more than 1,000 factories with some 750,000 workers, mostly women, according to the Ministry of Labor.
What better way to get tan and spend time under the sun than with friends and family? Maligaya Summer Blast 2019, open to general public. Take a splash with its newest attraction, the Wave Swimming Pool. Tickets sold separately. Create perfect happy summer moments to look back to at the garden and many more. Build new friendships that will last forever at these fun CFO activities. Or scream your heart out with songs of summer of these cool bands. So don't forget the dates. May 4 to 5, 2019 at the Philippine Arena Complex, Bocaue, Bulacan. Put your sunblock and flip-flops on and make this summer unforgettable. Maligaya Summer Blast 2019. See you there!
With gorgeous white sandy beaches that stay cool to touch even on the hottest summer days, blue-green ocean waves, and the warm ocean breeze, there's no wonder why Dr. Beach has named Siesta Key, Florida, the #1 beach in the United States. Don't forget to watch episodes of Digital Nest every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I'm Melissa Protest, coming to you from Siesta Key, Florida, and I am one with 25.
Pep News, Linggo, alas 4 hanggang alas 5 ng hapon.
Hi everyone! Word Hope will be having all new episodes very soon. We can't wait for all of you to join us again as we learn many things. We will have loads of fun learning new words and values as well. So, stay tuned to Net25 Kids every Saturday and Sunday, 8:30 to 9 a.m. only on Net25.
Welcome back. Over 100,000 policemen will be deployed to secure the May elections, the Philippine National Police said on Thursday, May 2. Police Colonel Bernard Banak, PNP spokesperson, said the 160,000 policemen was an increase from the 143,000 that was to be deployed initially. Banak said the increase did not mean a threat had been monitored. He added they want to ensure no untoward incident will take place. The elections are slated on May 13th. More than 18,000 national and local posts are up for grabs in the polls, including 12 senators, 59 party list representatives, 243 district representatives, 81 governors, 81 vice governors, 780 provincial board members, and 145 city mayors. Meanwhile, Ilocos Norte Representative Rodolfo Fariñas has withdrawn his candidacy for governor in the province in the May 13th polls. With his withdrawal from the race, Ilocos Norte 2nd District Senior Board member Matthew Marcos Manotoc, son of outgoing Governor Amy Marcos, is now unopposed. In previous interviews with the media, Fariñas had said he had wanted to retire from politics after 39 years. He said he doesn't have a single campaign poster, nor his name is in the sample ballot. and have never even gone to the other district of their province. Fariñas became a substitute after a deal between his family and the Marcos family fell through. Under the deal, Fariñas' daughter Ria and former First Lady Imelda Marcos would run unopposed in their respective positions. Ria is now running against Ryan Remigio, an ally of the Marcoses, for the post of Ilocos Norte 1st District Representative, while in Lawag, Michael Marcos Guion is running against incumbent Mayor Cheville Fariñas. The former House Majority Floor Leader wished Manotoc luck in his upcoming stint as governor of the province. Meanwhile, Aung San Suu Kyi, State Councilor of Myanmar, and Prime Minister Hun Sen have agreed to promote and expand commercial, educational, cultural, and tourism ties between the two countries, according to Hun Sen's official Facebook page. Aung San Suu Kyi paid a 2-day official visit to Cambodia this week, marking her first trip to the Southeast Asian nation. According to a summary of the meetings published on Hun Sen's Facebook page on Tuesday, Suu Kyi said, quote, regarding cultural issues in 2020, it will be the 65th anniversary of the formation of relations of the two countries. So we shall jointly organize an auspicious activity promoting tourism between the countries, particularly in Siem Reap and Bagan provinces, which are rich in temple heritages. Regarding education, Hun Sen requested an exchange program for students of Cambodia and Myanmar under the support of the two governments. Hun Sen also pledged to offer 10 scholarships to Myanmar, paving the way for the students of Myanmar to come to study in Cambodia. Additionally, Hun Sen requested a review of double taxation. The two sides also discussed the expansion of trade. Both Aung San Suu Kyi and Hun Sen agreed to promote these important sectors and agreed to offer confidence to relevant ministers of the two countries to continue working on these issues. The head of the Philippine Navy or PN contingent to the ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting plus ADMM plus Maritime Security Field Training Exercise 2019, together with the captain of BRP Andres Bonifacio, paid a courtesy call on the Fleet Commander of the Republic of Korea or ROK and Navy Tuesday. Captain Jonathan Zata, PN spokesperson, said Naval Task Group 80.6 Commander Captain Roy Vincent Trinidad and BRP Andres Bonifacio's skipper, Captain Jerry Garrido, were joined by naval representatives from Brunei, China, India, Malaysia, Singapore, and were formally received by Vice Admiral Park Ki-kyun at ROK and Navy Fleet headquarters. He said these navies will form the first part of the maritime training exercise of the ADMM+. The South Korean naval officer thanked all the representatives of participating navies for visiting Korea. Both the ROK Navy and Republic of Singapore Navy or RSN co-chair in this year's exercise. The first part of the maritime training exercise will be led by the ROK Navy in Busan from April 29 to May 2nd. The U.S. Navy will be also participating in these drills, after which the RSN will take over while sailing down to Changi, Singapore, for the culmination of the exercise. Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, and other ADMM Plus members will join in the second part of the exercise. The PN's participation in this exercise manifests the command's commitment in promoting multilateral cooperation with other ASEAN and partner navies in multilateral environment for peace and stability.
blanket and hang out with your friends or family here at the beach. For more stuff like this, tune in to ABC Digital Nest. I'm Rio, and I'm 1 with 25.
Landmarks, Linggo, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi.
Ngayon, huwag kayong aalis. Hihintayin ninyo na ipoproseso ng makina yung balota ninyo. Pagkatapos niya maproseso yung balota ninyo, maglalabas siya ng resibo. At doon sa resibo, naka-reflect lahat ng binoto nyo sa balota ninyo. So, hihintayin natin to. Tapos yung tumutulong sa inyong BEI, na nakatayo sa likod ng makina, ay itutupi niya ng paharap yung ating resibo at gugupitin niya. At iaabot sa botante. Yung botante, ang trabaho ngayon ay babasahin niya yung nasa resibong binigay sa kanya. Kung sang-ayon siya dun sa laman ng resibo, ihuhulog niya ngayon yan dun sa kahon para sa mga resibo. Kung hindi siya sang-ayon, kung tutol siya sa nakasulat dyan, dadalhin niya sa Board of Election Inspectors at magre-reklamo siya doon. Kukunin yung kanyang reklamo, kukunin yung resibo, i-attach siya minutes, at yun ngayon ang magiging basihan ng protesta afterwards.
Pero hindi na siya pabobotohin ulit.
Hindi na siya pabobotohin ulit. Pagkatapos nun, maglalagay na ng indelible ink doon sa daliri ng ating botante, and then lalabas na po siya. Tapos na yung botohan.
Ayun. Yan po mga kababayan, ang mga impormasyon na dapat nating malaman ngayong halalan.
Welcome back. The guidelines on the issuance of bonds in line with the standards of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, secured regulatory approval. The Securities and Exchange Commission and Bank approved the guidelines on the issuance of social bonds under the ASEAN or SBS social bond standards, and the guidelines on the issuance of sustainability bonds under the ASEAN Sustainability Bond Standards, or SUS, through Memorandum Circular 8 and MC9 series of 2019. The ASEAN SBS intend to enhance transparency, consistency, and uniformity of the ASEAN social bonds, which will also contribute to the development of new asset class, reduce due diligence costs, and help investors to make informed investment decisions. The ASEAN SUS aims to provide guidance on the issuance of ASEAN sustainability bonds, where the proceeds will be exclusively applied to finance or refinance a combination of both green and social projects that offer environmental and social benefits, respectively. The ASEAN SBS was developed based on the International Capital Market Association's Social Bond Principles, or SBP, first launched in June 2017 as voluntary process guidelines intended for broad use by the market. The SBP and Green Bond Principles are a set of voluntary guidelines elaborated by the key market participants under coordination of the ICMA as its secretariat, which is responsible for advising on governance and other matters, as well as providing organizational support. The ASEAN SUS were developed based on ICMA sustainability bond guidelines. Under the guidelines, to be eligible to issue an ASEAN social bond and an ASEAN sustainability bond, issuers must be incorporated in any of the ASEAN member countries. A non-ASEAN issuer may also issue ASEAN social or sustainability bonds provided the eligible projects are located in ASEAN. ASEAN social sustainability bonds issuances must also be originated from any of the ASEAN member countries. In the Philippines, money supply circulating in the economy reached 11.4 trillion pesos by the end of the year's first quarter, posting a slow growth from its level in the same period last year, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas reported. Data from the BSP showed domestic liquidity, broadly measured as M3, grew by 4.2% in March this year, significantly slower than 7.1% expansion rate in the previous month. A growing cash supply is often beneficial for an expanding economy such as the Philippines, as it provides fuel to productive sectors of the country. However, an excessively slow growth in M3 could be detrimental to the country's overall growth. especially if it is not enough to fuel the productive activities in the economy. An excessively high cash supply growth, meanwhile, could stoke inflationary pressures and pull prices upward for the economy. An imbalanced growth of M3 is also an indicator that the economy is potentially overheating. At this level, however, the BSP vowed to keep a close watch on domestic liquidity growth to ensure its appropriateness to the dynamics of the local economy. The BSP will continue to closely monitor domestic liquidity dynamics to ensure that overall monetary conditions remain in line with maintaining price and financial stability, the BSP said. The expansion in money supply during the month largely came from demand for credit, parallel to the M3 slowdown. Bank lending also grew at a slower rate of 9.9% in March, from 13.7% in February. And that is the latest news in the Southeast Asian nations. Stay updated about the ASEAN region. I'm Judith Timera, and I'm on with 25.